Are we ready to roll? Oh, there we go. All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is Daf Yud Aleph Kedushin. So we actually got to the two dots yesterday. Yeah, great. Thank you. Right here. So we talked about with Machlekes in the Mishnah of how much is a person needs to be Makadesh a woman. So the first sheet that was brought in was that of Beis Shammai. So Beis Shammai says b'dinar, dinar. So a dinar, which is a larger amount than that of a pruta, a silver dinar, sela. So Zok the Gemara smack in the middle of Yud Aleph and Aleph by the two dots because of Beis Shammai and b'dinar v'chule. So my time with the Beis Shammai. What's the reason for Beis Shammai? We are going to see Be'ez Hashem four reasons given to Beis Shammai, and then they'll be end the sugya, and then we'll be off on our way. So the first reason. It's my time with the Beis Shammai. Amar Reb Zera shechein isha makpedes al atzma. Vein miskadeshes brachas b'dinar. Because a woman is makped herself. She has self-value, and therefore she won't sell herself for anything less than a dinar. And therefore she's not. She won't be. There won't be any gmiras das for her to give over her ishus for anything less than a dinar. I think it's 8 times more. Yeah. 8 or a lot. Could be 8.
Dinar kesef or dinar?
Yeah. So we'll soon see. It's a dinar kesef we're talking, not dinar zav. So Amar Le Abaye El Miyata. You go don't say to Rav Yanai. The daughters of Yanai, I guess Rav Yanai is a very either wealthy or very prestigious family. They completed al nafshayu. They were, they're makbid themselves. They had a lot of self-esteem. Like me tarkava dinari, right? They would not, sell themselves for less than 3 kav of dinar, an exorbitant amount. So hafkinami the pashti other kiba chadzuzim yacher hafkinam b'loyavi kedushin. So if they accept right about a dinar, they wouldn't be married because really for these women to be married, it has to be something much more generous. So you're saying that doesn't work? Samarlei pashti other kibla kamina. I'm not talking about where she sticks out her hand and she accepts it. Obviously, the person would be makabel in such a case. Kikamina, the kadsha belayla. I'm referring to when, let's say, she got it at night, she thought she was getting more and she got less. Inami or the sheva shliach or shliach accepted the money, so therefore only a dinar would suffice. So that was one teres, right? Because a woman wouldn't be she's makpedes halatzma. Number 2, Rav Yosef Amar Tamid Beis Shammai, Kid Rav Yehuda Amar Rav Asi, the Amar Rav Yehuda Amar Rav Asi, Kol Kesef Amar B'Torah. Kesef Tsuri, anytime it says Kesef in the Torah, right? So that is referring to Kesef Tsuri, right? As there's the Tyrian, what's the word? Silver, which is a more pure silver. It's not made with other metals. It's more expensive, and therefore, anytime it says in the Torah, therefore that is the amount. Therefore, it says Kesef. Therefore, it has to be a dinar of this Kesef Tsuri. The Shelby Vrei, if it's only midrabanan, it's not used as a source in the Torah where you use the word kesef, then kesef medina, then you can use the kesef medina, which is less, which is I think that is 1/8 of that, right? 1/8 was a pruta is much less than a dinar, right? I don't know, it's 196 or 192nd, I forget exactly what it was, but in terms of the kesef medina, that would be something which is less, which is mixed with other metals and alloys and whatever. So speaking of this terrace, let's see if this holds up. So Gufa.
Silver was a big deal even then.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And they had to be some big thing.
Yeah. So Gufa, Amar Rav Yehuda, Amar Rav Asi, called Kesef Amar Torah, Kesef Tzuri, V'shal Dibrim, Kesef Medim. So we just said, any Kesef was said in the Torah is Kesef Tzuri, more pure silver, but only if it's only D'Rabbanan, then it's Kesef Medina, something which is mixed with other metals and alloys. And this rule stands up, right? This is a general rule which we always follow. So let's go ahead and test it. Vaharei Taina. Let's turn the page. Vaharei Taina. So let's say in a case of, right, we have a case of a person, not necessarily Muslim mixes, we makes a shvua. Muslim mixes. So he has something, or someone has something, he makes a claim. So Vaharei Taina, the Ksiv Kiyitin Ishel Reyehu Kesef HaKelim. If someone goes ahead and gives his friend either money or kalim or utensils, lishmor to get in guard, he says, give it back. He says, I don't know what you're talking about, or I only had some of it. The Tanah we learn in the Mishnah, Shvuas hadayanim, right? When it comes to this, right? When he makes a shvua, and in this case, when he has hataina shtei kesef, v'hoda sheva pruta, the amount the person, the claimant, has to say is 2 kesef. Okay, so even though the Torah calls it kesef, right? 1 dinar. Over here, the guy has to say, I gave you at least 2 dinarim to hold on to. And the hodah, and that which the guy admits to, yes, you did give me money, but the amount was the sheva pruta. It only is the sheva pruta, not more. Okay, thank you. I'll do it after. All right. Okay. So Hasam. Put it here. Okay. So we say over here, right? So it says over here. So it says why there's 2 kesef? Should be 1 kesef. Should be 1 dinar. So Gemara says no. Hasam duma de kalim. Over there it says the word utensils, plural. Ma kalim shnaim. Just like over there, he has to give him 2 utensils. Like I gave you 2 spoons. He says no, you only gave me 1. Av kesef. So it's over there. The kesef that he's referring to has to be at least 2 shnaim. And just like kesef davar chashuv, so too over here they learned that the kalim has to be something which is chashuv and not something which is unimportant. If it's not important, then there would be no shvur. All right, so swing and a miss. Attempt number 2. Bari meiser. Let's go ahead and look at the word in the Torah when it says over there by meiser shenim. The chesed v'tzarasa kesef biyadecha. So it says there by meiser shenim you have right. You go ahead and he takes the produce and he redeems it. He wants to go ahead and bring that money to Yerushalayim. To now we learn in the Shahaparet selling most meiser sheni kesef. Right. Actually, meiser sheni. So one is allowed to go ahead and take the money which he used to redeem his kesef meiser sheni. He has all these prutas. He wants to go ahead and put it in a cellar. But wait, Torah says you can use kesef to redeem your meiser sheni, kesef meiser sheni. And over here it's saying he redeemed it with prutas, and he just wants to go ahead and make it a large $100 bill as opposed to carrying 100 singles, right? So over there, why is he allowed to go ahead and redeem with using prutas? So the Gemara says no. Kesef ha kesef riba. The word over there says use the word ha kesef. Therefore, it comes to include even smaller coins. Doesn't have to be a dinar, which is the standard, which is the rule. Rather, it could be even less, i.e., a pruta. Let's try again. Very hektish. What about hektish? The Chassidus says over there when he wants to go ahead and let's say redeem his field. The Chassidus of a nasa nakasa become low. V'yamar Shmuel hektish shava mana shechila shava pruta mechula. He can go ahead and redeem it for a pruta. It's mechula. So you see over here that a pruta can go ahead and be redeem the field, and it doesn't have to be a minimum kesef, which is kesef tsuri. So Asam Nami also, so it's over there. It says Kesef Yalif Mimais Shem. We learned there Shava of Kesef from Ma'is Shem.
Question.
Please.
All these things are about the Kesef Medina or the Kesef Tzori, or both. It's the Kashas. You're saying you can't use. You're saying in theory you can use a pruta which is not potion.
Right.
But is that a question on both of them or just on the Kesef Tzori part of it?
It's on the Kesef Tzori part of it because the rule was kesef tsuri, right? And all of a sudden, you see over here that you're using prutas.
Right, no, but they said Medina, kesef Medina,
right?
So that also kesef.
We didn't get the kesef Medina yet, so he wasn't asking about it. We're actually going to go ahead and change this rule right now. And that's we're still in the half meeting. The pasuk says ki yikach ish isha ubala. The gamar kicha mistei Efron, and we learn over there because they're sheva mistei Efron utanan. Beisil Imrim, the pruta v'sheva pruta. So Beisil says pruta. Okay. Now, according to Rav Asi's rule, right? Since we're learning kesef from Kichri Mistei Efron, it should be a dinar. If that's the case, name a Rav Asi Damar Kebei Shammai. We're going to say that Rav Asi is like Bei Shammai, and you can't use a pruta. So Allah Tamar Hachimidar. Rather, let's reverse our rule. Amar Rav Yehuda, Amar Rav Asi, call kesef katsu pamar Torah. Anytime it says a certain amount of kesef, right? Kesef tsuri. Then it has to be the kesef tsuri, the pure kesef tsuri, which is 8 times the amount of kesef medina. The shel divrayim, but if it's only midrabanan, right? Even though it could say the word kesef in the Torah, but if it doesn't say a set amount, we'll soon see what the set amounts are. Then that is only kesef medina. And my kamashma, what's the chiddush over here? Tanina, we have a fair surprise. It says chamesh shalayim shal ben. Right, one who goes ahead and wants to redeem pidyon ben, you use 5 kesef tzuri. Shloishim shall eved, and one goes ahead and I believe kills an eved, right? His animal gores an eved, he has to go ahead and pay 30 kesef. And chamishim shall anis shall mafate, and also a case of a man violates a woman or he seduces her, he owes the father 50 dinar 50 shkalim. And Meya shall mati shema, and 100 for mati shema. The man who goes ahead and married a woman says, didn't find lamatzasi besulam, right? So all these cases, those are set amounts. So we already know this rule. So what's Rav Asi coming to teach us? So kulam is shekla kodesh, right? The manat suri, all of them is shekla kodesh, which is the manat suri. So Gemara says no. No, we need the second part, the latter part of Kesef Medina. That is, we need that, right? Deloy Tanan, right? Delo, which is not learned. The time when Rabbi one who goes ahead and blows a horn in someone's ear, right? He causes an embarrassment, whatever it is, he has to give him a sella. And don't say, what is a sell over there? They ask for zuz, right? Which would be the amount of a dinar. Ella, my sella, palga de zuze. Rather, what is a sella? It is a half of a zuz, right? Which is the palga de zuze Easter, because they call a half of a zuz an Easter. And over here, so in this case, it's not the amount. It's 8 times less. It's not the amount of Kesef Medina, right? Which would be 4 zuz. Rather, it's a half a zuz, which comes out to Kesef Medina, and therefore that's what's going to teach you. In such a case, he only has to give Kesef Medina, not Kesef Tzur. Kesef Medina in that case is 1/8 of that of Kesef Tzur. So that was reason number 2, because it says the word kesef in the Torah tells you that it should be more. Right. Well, why does he say dinar? Right. Now, Shimon Lakish Aimer, Tamai the Beis Shammai.
A dinar is equivalent to a zuz.
Right. So, Rabbi Shimon Lakish Aimer, Tamai the Beis Shammai, Kedachizkiya. Like Chizkiya, the Amar Chizkiya, Amar, the pasuk says. So the pasuk over there says, all right, in Ramani Adonai, Ashir Lo Yada, Vehevde, right? So it says, Malamed, Shavagras Pidyona V'Yotzia. So it says a person takes an Ama Ibria, I believe, and she's serving him for 6 years. There was a purchase price, and basically after year 2, or let's say after year 3. So basically, her price was $1,000. So now her price will go down to $500. So that's what we learned from the word that, right? You go ahead and you help her go ahead and redeem her by basically every year she gets money earned. So if you say that originally she was purchased for a dinar, because then you can go down, you can diminish every year as time goes on. Right? But if you say he only bought it for a pruta, how could you go ahead and start going down from pruta? Okay, you work 2 years, I'll take off your price. You were purchasing a pruta, you got to pay a pruta back. This is the least amount. Gemara says, maybe it's like this. Where, let's say it was a larger purchase price, let's say for a dinar, then you can go ahead and down and down and down until you get down to a pruta. Until she has, 2 weeks left. However, the pruta, but if her purchase price is a pruta, then you don't take down the price. It's already at the minimum. So in other words, only if you can go down in price. But if you can't go down in price, then it remains at the bottom value. It remains at a pruta. So the Gemara says, "Look, you can't say that. Why? Duma de yud, because it has to be a possibility by the amibria of youth. Ma yud apagav di boy miayid di boy lo miayid. So anytime a person takes amibria, he has to have the option of yud, right? But now it has to have the option of yud is when the master would take her without giving her money, use it basically as her servitude, then basically take her as a wife. So a person can only take somebody who has the ability to do yud, i.e., it can't be a relative, it can't be an erva. right? Can't be nerva because then he can't take her in marriage. So just like over there, it has to be a possibility to do yiyud. And if you can't do yiyud, then it's not a good sale. You can't do it as an amivir at all. So hakinami. So to over here, in the case of reducing the price, right? So too, if you can't go ahead and reduce the price, i.e., it was only a pruta, then you can't go ahead and she can't be purchased. So therefore, she can't be purchased for a pruta. It has to be that she's purchased for a large amount, like a dinar. The kedusha isha lebei shamai nafkalu me'ama ibria, and therefore we will learn the kedushim of a woman, right? According to Beis Shammai, from an ama ibria. Ma ama ibria b'pruta la mikanya. Just like we just said that you can't go ahead and purchase ama ibria from pruta because you can't diminish the price as time goes by. So too, you can't be mekadesh a woman in general because you learned from ama ibria. Okay, so why do you have to go a whole dinar? Say half a dinar. Or say two prutas. Two prutas more than one pruta. You can go down in price from two prutas. You can go down to all the way down to one pruta. So Mara says no. Once you're no longer dealing with prutas, then you go up to the next one. So like once you leave a penny, you don't go to 25 cents or 10 pennies or this is. You go to $1. You go to the next level, and therefore the next level is a dinar. So that was another reason, according to Beis Shammai, because we learned from Ami Ivriya. And finally, Rav Amar Hainu Tamid Beis Shammai Shelo Yeh B'Nois to sell Hefker. In other words, if they're too cheap, then they'll be like Hefker, and therefore they won't be treated respectfully. And therefore, Beis Shammai says it shouldn't be a pruta, rather it should be a dinar. And we will stop here at the two dots. Everybody, have a wonderful day and stay cool.
Did the dinner have silver on it?
Yeah, it was approximately 14.